Here we go. Prelim Tim Fight Fiend Forecast. Here to talk about the year of the snake, the year of the van. Joshua Van became flyweight champion in the UFC, and it was unexpected. The way he won was unexpected. What do you think about it, Prelim Tim? Year of the snake, year of the van. Very impressive.
Yeah, he's somebody that I tried to doubt a few times, and I was against him in the fight where he won the belt. I still think he would have probably lost that fight had Pantoja not got that freak injury towards the beginning of the fight. But I think I picked Cody Durden against him. I picked Brandon Royval against him. So he's beaten me a couple times. And then I was on him the time that he lost, which I believe was Charles Johnson. So he's been kind of tricky for me, but he's looked really good. He lands in very high volume. I think the grappling is eventually going to be a problem for him because we talked about it a little bit leading up to the Pantoja fight, but I think he's been pretty open about he doesn't have any grappling background, and it's a new thing for him.
Yeah.
He's kind of getting by on his athleticism in terms of stopping takedowns so far, but I think somebody like Pantoja was going to exploit it, and I think there are other people that will probably this year, but we'll see.
Yeah, he got lucky to avoid it in that last fight. I was also on Pantoja. I was on Royval in the fight before that. Joshua Van is now on a 6-fight win streak, born in Myanmar, which is a small country. Now he's on a 6-fight win streak, flyweight champion in the UFC, and he's still training at 4-ounce Fight Club. Not a big gym, honestly, to be a champion. He's not in there with high-level guys all the time. I'm sure there's a lot of good fighters at 4-ounce Fight Club, but still at a small gym, repping the small club, and he got it done, and he was lucky to avoid the wrestling and grappling from Pantoja. 2026, year of the horse, maybe he has to see a grappler, wrestler, and maybe he gets exploited in that fight, but now he has more time to train, Prelim Tim. And on that 6-fight win streak, the loss he took was to Charles Johnson, like you said. In that fight, he got knocked out late round 3. And after that fight, I really did not see him becoming a champion anytime soon. And I'm sure a lot of people can say the same thing.
Yeah.
He beat Cody Durden, Ray Tasura, Bruno Silva, and Edgar Cheraz on the win streak. So, pretty good.
Those are all good wins. Yeah. He's got a good resume. Even
9-1 in the UFC.
Like really everybody he fought, even like the fights where he started out against like Zalgas Imagulov, that's not a bad fighter. Kevin Borjas, not a bad fighter. Felipe Bunas, not a bad fighter. Like so everybody he fought before he had to step up quality opponents, and then he had a big step up going to Brandon Royval, or at least we thought it was.
Yeah, but debuts are tough. He was in a split decision with Zumagulov in his UFC debut, and that was back June 24th, 2023, and then he became a champion in December 2025. Year of the snake is, Chinese astrology. 2025 is a snake year, and if you look at the year Joshua Van was born, it's 2001, which is also a snake year. A couple people in the Discord seen it coming, but we didn't know it would come like that. Unexpected, the way he won within 30 seconds. A fluky win, we can say. Yeah, Fiends and forecasters can say that was fluky.
Right. 2001 is crazy to me. He was born after September 11th, which I don't know how big that is in Canada, but
yeah.
Yeah, that's a big thing here.
That was a big day there, especially in New York. That's where you're from.
Yeah. It's crazy that he was born after that. That's how young he is.
Yeah, October 10th.
Yeah. Not to show my age too much, but I was a senior in high school when that happened. That's how much older than Josh Van I am. But
how old are you now, Prelim Tim? I'm 26.
Yeah, I thought you were like 24 actually. I'll be 42 in March this year.
Nice. I'm born in September on the
Yeah.
7th.
Okay. Yeah.
Some days it's been like the first day of school. Walking, it's my birthday. Joshua Van, back to him. How soon does he get back to defending his belt? I would say March, 3 months into the year. I think he's ready to go after that fluke win.
Um, is there any talk about who they will match him up with that you're aware of?
Well, Pantoja's probably going to be out for a bit.
Yeah.
So someone moving up the ranks here.
The-
I don't think anything's official yet, but who could be a possible challenger moving
Manel
up the ranks?
Cop would be a hard fight.
I think they already mentioned the future potential challenger, the Japanese fighter,
Tatsuro
Taira.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
buddy.
think that's a bad fight for him.
And they want that one in Japan. Did you hear that?
Oh wow.
That's a big title defense, first time in Japan versus Taira. Not an easy task.
No, I think that one's probably the hardest one. I think Manel Cop could be a hard fight, but he'll give him more of what he's looking for.
Yeah, I don't believe Manel Cop will be getting the fight.
Tim Elliott isn't going to get a shot, but I would personally love to see Tim Elliott fight him.
What about Muhammad Mokaev make the return to the UFC?
I mean, they're not going to do that. Dana White hates Mokaev so much that he's not going to give him a chance to beat Josh Van, because I think he would too.
Yeah, the money fight is definitely in Japan, and we know that. The UFC knows that, and the talks are that's what they might be leaning towards. I would love to see it. I'm going to lean Tatsuro in that fight. I have an autograph card, rookie card of him up here, so that value is going to go up once he gets the belt around his waist.
I mean, I would like to see Kyoji Horiguchi.
Yeah.
He's down at number 8, and he's only had one fight in the UFC in this current run because he just came from, I think it was PFL.
So it's pretty evident, me and you agree, after a great year, 2025 year, this snake, now he's going to start to decline. He's going to lose the belt in the horse year, 2026. Now, it might not be in his first title defense, but rightfully his second one if he doesn't get it stripped right away. You agree, Tim?
It depends who they give him. Yeah, but I think so.
Yeah, it's a short reign for Joshua Fearless Van.
But maybe not the last reign, though. Like, he's very young. He could.
Yeah, very young. Might not be the last reign. You know what I'm saying? And it might not be a snake year when he gets the belt again. This is a high-level fighter now with the resume. He has 9-1 in the UFC, 6-fight win streak. He beat Royval unanimous decision. Pantoja, that was a fluky one. We're going to see that again at some point. I know we will.
I think probably end of the year we'll see Pantoja Van again.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Now maybe Van can beat Tatsuro Taira in Japan.
He definitely has a big striking advantage over Taira.
Huge striking advantage. His boxing is clean.
Yeah, Pantoja is a much better striker than Taira, so I wasn't as worried about that with Pantoja, but I think he could hurt Taira. But I also believe that Taira is such a magician in terms of like takedowns and wrestling and grappling that I don't think he can stop Joshua Van if it goes 5 rounds, if it goes even like 3 rounds. I think eventually Taira is going to take him down and submit him.
Taira did show some signs of weakness versus a common opponent, Edgar Cheraz. Remember that fight?
Right. Yeah. Also, Royval, I want to say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another common opponent. Common opponent where you look at the MMA math, you're going to lean Joshua Van again. So maybe he's not, going to be counted out here. Maybe he could be the favorite in his title defense.
Right. He probably will be the favorite, which will make me even more likely to bet Taira.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. But I'll definitely be worried about the striking. It's what do they call it? Binary fight. It's like either the grappling's going to win or the striking's going to win. Like neither guy is going to win by the other method. It's going to be one or the other.
In the snake year, the striking certainly took over. Rather, if it was a fluke or not, he got it done. He got the belt around his waist.
Yeah. 3 fights.
I just hope Pantoja ain't out too long. That's a rough way to lose the streak, the belt, and your reign. Pantoja was on a run. And that same weekend, Merab Dvalishvili was on a run. You hate to see him lose the belt, but Peter Yan happened to get the belt, looking like Peter Yan 2.0.
Yeah.
What a fight he had that weekend.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Merab. I'm a pretty big fan of Peter Yan, much bigger fan of Merab though. But I think it's going to be hard for Merab to win that fight again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just like the first time, that was lined very closely, and actually Merab was an underdog. I think what we were supposed to see the first time those two fought was what we got the second time around. And I think that maybe Merab makes it a little bit closer if they fight a third time, but I would have a hard time picking Merab to win.
Yeah, I would too, especially after that performance. But I have to say, that was a quick turnaround. Under 3 months, he was back in the octagon. He was active throughout the year of the snake. And he had a good year too. Merab Dvalishvili. Same weekend, Yan and Van got it done. That's just unbelievable. Joshua Van, what was he? Plus 225 betting underdog night of the fight?
Well, yeah, something like that. But
wow.
I mean, obviously we got to see like 25 seconds of the fight.
Yeah, and the Zodiac forecast hit within 30 seconds unexpectedly.
Right.
Undeservingly.
I think that he would still be the underdog in the rematch.
Yeah. For sure.
I don't see the reason why he wouldn't be, but yeah.
His nationality, American and Burmese. I thought that was a type of dog, Burmese.
I think he's the only UFC fighter ever fighting from there.
24 years old, UFC champion.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, he's 2 years younger than me.
Yeah. A lot younger than me.
Repping 4-ounce Fight Club. You're the Snake. He had a 6-fight win streak. He's on a 6-fight win streak. He had a great year. 2025. Can he keep it going 2026? Hard to say. The first fight is undetermined. Maybe he fights in Japan against Tatsuru. Maybe they give him a layup so then he can fight Pantoja later in the year. Either way, at the end of the year, I don't think he will be the champion.
Yeah, I don't see them giving him a fight unless it's Manel Kape or Tatsuro Taira, because Brandon Royval is ranked number 4, and I don't think they want to run that back already. So I think it's going to be one of the other two.
Yeah, Royval just lost pretty bad, so Manel Kape would be ahead of him for the title shot for sure.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
That's probably the next fight we're going to see, and then they'll do Taira a little bit later in the year.
Yeah, very close fights. I'd bet the overs. Probably the fight to go the distance. Joshua Van is very durable, aside from that Charles Johnson fight 7 fights ago now, round 3. He's much improved.
Do you know when they're going to Japan?
Dana's talking about it, and Dana talks a lot. Yeah. Some of the stuff he says is truth, some of it complete bullshit. But I believe they will go to Japan 2026, and Tatsuru is going to be there with Joshua Van. That's my official forecast for its first defense. And that is a 50-50 fight. You can really look at the advantages and weaknesses on either side and convince me they're going to win. So I would stay away and honestly bet that over, bet the fight to go the distance.
A lot of people are going to like Van in that fight, I think.
Yeah, the flyweight division. I mentioned it on the 2026 forecast show, live streams. Check all them out there. Bonus UFC content. I said that the flyweight division is the most stacked division in the UFC right now. Looking at the top 10 loaded killers, all guys that could potentially fight for a belt. Amir Albazi in the mix. You got a lot of other guys in the flyweight division. You mentioned one, Horiguchi. I think we could keep going and talk about some more, but some of them are the question here for a title shot.
Yeah, Horiguchi's got some work to do because he's only got one fight. But I think he could climb the ladder a little bit.
He could, and I
Yeah,
think he will.
yeah. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see him get some good fights. He's a talent, but he's getting a little bit older. I think he's better than Albazi. I think he passes that fight. Aston Bayev, I think he probably passes that fight too. It's just Brandon where you get up towards the
Asu,
top, like Brandon
Asu,
Moreno. That's a tough fight.
Asu.
Yeah, yeah,
He's good, man.
yeah. No,
Asu's
he is.
pretty
He
good.
is good. He is good.
He had a good year of the snake too,
Yeah,
and he's ranked 7th right now.
right. Yeah,
Wow, he's moving
right.
up there. He's a guy to look out for this year. Now, Steve Ursag, he's all the way down to 10th.
He had some tough fights. He did not have a good year of the snake.
Yeah, he did not have a good year.
I had a lot higher hopes for him.
Yeah. Loner Kavanaugh, he's ranked 15. He could move his way up, and I think he might. Bruno Silva, he's going to get out of the top 15. Alex Perez, he's going to be out of the top 15. Tim Elliott, he's in there.
Yeah,
He's in there.
that's my guy. I love Tim Elliott.
That's your guy, Tim.
He's so old though, so he doesn't have too much longer left.
Oh, like boys can still fight when they're old. Look at
Not the
what
flyweight division,
that. What is it, Mike Brown?
Mike Brown.
Was it Mike Brown? He was an old buck.
But
I don't think his name was Mike.
I don't know. Oh, Matt Brown. Matt Brown.
Matt Brown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he was in a bigger weight class. When you were talking about
Arlovsky?
flyweight and the guys are so small and fast, it's like it's
Yeah.
a little bit hard when you're in your 40s. Tim Elliott, I think, is really close to 40.
Yeah, it is much harder when you're putting your body through that kind of weight cut. The toughest weight cut in the men's division, 125. And the champion is the fearless Josh Owavan. Can you believe it? I hardly do.
Yeah.
I hardly do. Wow. You're the snake. Joshua Van, born 2001, a snake year. It happened. It happened, Prelim Tim.
Yeah, it happens. There's a lot of freak accidents in the UFC. It was just another one of those. I really like to see that fight play out. I mean, it's not impossible that Joshua Van looks good in that fight, but we didn't get to see anything. There's no way to really know what was going to happen based on what we saw. So we got to see it again, and I still expect
We have to see it again.
I still expect for Pantoja to be able to win that fight.
Yeah, I hope he comes back quick and just pissed off Pantoja gets his revenge. You know I was picking Pantoja too. You hate to see him go down like that, but it happens. Now it's a horse year. 2026.
Horse year.
2026. And it should be a good year for everybody listening in to the Fight Fiend Forecast, listening to Prelim Tim, listening in to MMA Husky Hustler. We appreciate you all in the comments, in the live chat, liking the video, in the Discord, which is running for free. I'm giving out a free pick every day, each sport. Today I had the Philadelphia Flyers, Pacers to cover the spread, which is sweaty. I don't even know if that hit.
Last time I saw, they were only losing by 1, so you might be okay.
I hope they win. I don't want to look right now.
Yeah.
Maybe I should.
They never win, so I don't know about that.
Yeah, they're on a big losing streak here.
Yeah, they're terrible. I hate them.
And they were in the finals last year?
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
They only lost by 4. They covered the spread. 6.5. Let's go.
Yeah.
Thank you. And the Flyers were up 4-1 going into the third, so that should be good there. And then I took the Flyers to cover the spread -1.5.
Yeah.
Put Anaheim to rest back-to-back for Anaheim. They got blown out 7-4 last night.
Pick 2 teams that I don't like. It's okay.
The Anaheim Ducks have the worst setup in hockey. Ugly. The orange with the black and gold, and the logo's kind of not great either. I hate the Anaheim Ducks setup, man. It's great to make some money off them.
Right.
Quack, quack, quack. Thanks everybody for tuning in to the 2025 Year of the Snake road to the UFC Flyweight Championship. Joshua Van, Prelim Tim, we're out. Final messages? You got any?
Thanks for following us last year, everybody. Hopefully big things this year. Getting ready now for the new year. I haven't posted anything for the 2026 yet. I finished up 5 units on the year last year. Hope to at least double that this year. And let's go, Nick.
Shout out to Husky Hustler. Everybody, stay forecasted. We out.